Hi guys, this is going to be a new video on the channel. I know it's been a while, 6 months since I uploaded my last video, but hopefully I'm looking to get more consistent, more frequent with the uploads. Today me and my brother Luke are going to be discussing the Chinese Super League and the impression that's having on global football. Luke has his own channel, the link for that is going to be down in the description, go check him out. He does FIFA videos, drone videos upcoming soon I believe.
Come in.
If Mum wants to let him get a drone, which hopefully she doesn't. But yeah, so go check his channel out, and let's get right into this video. You may have heard recently in the news that there was a €300 million offer for Cristiano Ronaldo to Real Madrid from a Chinese Super League club. He would have been earning £85 million a year, so obviously a lot of money. £2.70 a second. So yeah, by the time you finish watching this video, I have no idea how much it's going to have, but it's going to be more than me and you probably.
So as we know, Cristiano Ronaldo has rejected that offer, but a lot of other players from different kind of leagues have accepted that offer and gone for the money. I personally disagree with it, but I think Ben agrees with it. So we will express our feelings in the upcoming part of the video.
So in terms of a list of players, recently, you know, Carlos Tevez has moved for a lot of money. We've got Ramirez, who moved last season. Hulk, Pella, Martinez. You know, a lot of top players that have decided to join the Chinese Super League.
So at least there's one player we're not going to miss. Bloody Papi Cisse. He's dreadful.
He is awful. And there's actually a clip of him scuffing a shot, and it literally loops over the keeper. And I guarantee that's probably his only goal of the season. That guy's horrendous.
And that just proves how bad the keepers are in the Chinese league.
True. And very recently, Oscar from Chelsea decided to move to the Chinese Super League. Antonio Conte expressed his disbelief at the player moving. He actually said, "We're talking about a lot of money. I don't want to trust in this. I don't want to believe in this." So obviously not very happy about Oscar moving for the money, let's be honest. And he's not a fan of the Chinese Super League. But I'm going to explain why I think his views might be a bit incorrect. Clubs in the Chinese Super League this season have spent over £200 million on player transfers, whereas the Premier League, for the first time, we broke the £1 billion transfer window record, which shows the amount of money being pumped into the Premier League in contrast to the Chinese Super League. I mean, there's a fifth of the amount of money spent in the Chinese Super League than in the Premier League. So they're not necessarily throwing a lot of money at it.
So the average attendance on the Chinese Super League is 22,000 and the highest attendance is 52,000. This shows that in the country there's a lot more support than you actually think.
Also, something that might shock you a little bit, along with the attendances, obviously quite high attendances, not a lot of people thought that, is that each team is actually restricted to only having 4 foreign players in their team, and 1 from an Asian country. So that means they can't go out and just have a team full of foreign players. Unlike the Premier League, where there's not a lot of restrictions on the amount of homegrown players, in contrast to the amount of foreign players. This could actually suggest that it's easier for Chinese players in the Chinese Super League to develop and become top players and move on to top teams, because as we know in England, there's not a lot of rules regarding the amount of English players that have to be in a team. A lot of foreign players, as we know, are in the Premier League and they run most of the teams. So obviously it is hard for the English national team to develop young English players, whereas China, you know, they could really be on the up with the rules that the Chinese Super League, the rules that they've put in place.
So the current league leaders are
Guangzhou, Evergrande, Taobao.
They've won 6 league championships since they were established in 2004.
So this does actually suggest in my mind, obviously we were only established in 2004, the league only actually became a professional league very recently, but this does suggest that it's not the team that's spending all the money that are winning the league, because they haven't spent the most money, but they've won the most leagues in the whole time the Chinese Super League has become professional. So obviously people always say, oh, people are just throwing money at it, you know, if you spend the most money you'll win the most leagues, etc, etc, but it doesn't actually seem to be the case based on the fact that Guangzhou, Evergrande, Taobao have won 6 league titles but haven't spent the most amount of money. So in conclusion, me and Luke obviously have different views regarding the Chinese Super League. Personally, I think it's a decent thing for football. Obviously, they are taking some of the top players from the top European leagues, so some people aren't happy about that, understandably. But I think it's good to have another, hopefully, up-and-coming top league to compete with the Serie A, La Liga, the Premier League, etc. And obviously, we all knew that the Asian continent was always going to produce a league that was going to compete with those top European leagues. So why not now? So yeah, obviously there's a lot of debate around this, a lot of different opinions. So leave your comments down below. Get a discussion going. I'm happy to listen to any points that people have. And yeah, from me and Luke, see you in the next one.
See ya.